It's Sunday, the 22nd of April 2018, and we're on 1F83, 850 York to Liverpool Lime Street service transfer. And we're going to right through to Liverpool Lime Street to take the underground service to the Wirral and on to Hoylake, West Kirby service. We're going to walk to West Kirby from there via an interesting route. Just leaving Leeds now, next stop Dewsbury, then Manchester Victoria via the LY, and then Chatmoss straight to Liverpool Lime Street. So we'll keep the progress updated as we go. We'll do a few Facebook Lives, and let's enjoy the journey. Right, we've moved on to Heaton Lodge Junction now. We're going to go straight up the main line here, not turning left to Huddersfield. You can see the old alignment of the new line there from years ago, which is the down direction only. Oh, another transfer now, heading east. There we are. Cut a load of trees down here now. Look at this. It's almost as if they turned the clock back about, I don't know, 40, 50 years. Maybe more. You can see the line to Huddersfield across there. And go past Cooper Bridge Scrapyard very shortly. See as we're moving forward, A62. That's the A62. And here is the scrapyard. Lovely view. It's not open though today, I don't think, is it? Sunday. That's the River Calder again. To Bradley Wood Junction now, where the line from Huddersfield, Bradley Wood curve, joins from the left, from the opposite side. Is there. See Brighouse shortly. That's the crossover. It's M62 first here. Kirby's Viaduct, I think it was called. Seems to be dawdling a bit now. What's doing? Brighouse. This is Brighouse. Ellen Tunnel. The canal and the river again. Now, not much slowing down because we're not going a bit to Halifax. You'll see that line go off very shortly. This is Greetland Junction. So the line go over to the right here now. That's the line up into Halifax, Dryglyph Bank. 1 in 45 at its steepest. We're on down the line now from Greenland to Merseyrail, which doesn't really have a Sunday service on it, except when there's diversions like this. This is Copley Viaduct now, on the Dryclough to Merseyrail side of the triangle, south of Halifax. The more intensively used of the three sides of the triangle. And we're going very slow, not because there's another Transpennine in front of us, but because that's in front of us, a light engine movement from Doncaster to Arpley Sidings. It's early, Merseyrail, it's 13 early, so that's what we're following. There's also a northern local service or semi-fast service in front of us as well, which I thought we were going to overtake whilst that was in Halifax while we're coming down here, but we haven't done that. It's reversed at Halifax, it's gone in front of us, which it's booked to, but it makes us have a slow journey, which is really annoying. So it's going to be a bit of a slow stagger to Manchester Victoria until we get in front of it. So we're coming up to Merseyrail junction now with this line on the right that's dropping down slightly. Right, now approaching Merseyrail junction where the line from Halifax joins. There's some new signals here that's not yet in use, maybe soon. Merseyrail box there. Helsby Bridge. Northern service there. River Calder again. Tunnel up ahead. Right, now approaching Todmorden. This is the curve from the Burnley line coming in here.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll just play it by ear, see how it goes.
Is the reopened platform 5 at Rochdale? From the like an island platform into with a bay there and a bay there now.
Bay there,
That's the one that should have reopened on the left side.
Get past him there then.
Exactly, it couldn't be easy. Yeah. Just talking to the conductor there about Rochdale and the fact that we could actually have had a better arrangement if they'd been bothered to done it. That's to have reopened one of the through platforms. Anyway, that was Todd. Next one's Walsden, and we shall be crossing through Summit Tunnel into Greater Manchestershire. Right, finally arrived at Manchester Victoria now. A little bit late because of the freight train or light engine that we're following on the Northern service, which has now gone down to Manchester Oxford Road. So it's non-stop now, straight to Liverpool line, straight to via the Chatmoss route. And we're just leaving. Bye-bye, Manvik. The Ordsall Court there, that big bridge, and this is a line out of Piccadilly now, Oxford Road, coming in to join us. And here we are, Ordsall Lane. So we're a little bit late, but not much.
I went back home, got what I needed, and then
3 minutes later to Ordsall Lane. too bad. This is where the Leinster Salford Crescent goes off, the 1988 built connection, the Windsor Link. We're taking the main line now, in effect, to Chatmoss and Liverpool. Olive Mount Cutting, which is not far from Wavertree, and this is a crossover just there. You see the line now going off to the docks, which was reinstated some years ago. Yeah, short tunnel. Olive Mount Court it's called. And there's like a triangular formation with the so if you get off here you can actually walk around. And that's the opposite side of the triangle there, through the tunnels from the docks. Never done that yet. The Transpennine coming into the way. Not far off Edge Hill. The line from Warrington Central is coming in now, just across there, under that bridge there. That's the CLC. Oh, here's the Drax power station wagons now. A biomass, which is very similar to cat litter, which comes in from the States. Right, we better get ready to get off at Liverpool now. Not far off the end of the line. Right, as you can see, we've now moved on to the Wirral network, the Merseyrail network. We're at Lime Street low level, or deep level station, and it's just, the signal's just got the road there, behind us. So if I switch the camera around now, right, I think that is the way we're going to go, since there's a green light down there. Next train is West Kirby, which is what we want. It is. We've been here before, haven't we? Actually, we've been on the network before. I went to Southport that time. So this is the network that we're on now, the third rail electric network. Same as the London area, South London and Kent and all that. But this is the northwest Liverpool area. So we're going to go from here, Liverpool Central, just at James Street, Hamilton Square, Conway Park, Birkenhead North, Bidston, Leeso, Morton, Moles, Manor Road, Hoylake, and then we'll walk on to West Kirby. And we did New Brighton last time, when we did this cheap way of getting to Liverpool by getting a cheaper ticket than an ordinary Liverpool ticket, which is about 3 or 4 quid cheap dearer. I don't know why, but it is. And so anyway, there, we'll see the train coming in very shortly. Right, I think our train is approaching. I can certainly hear it. So this is the 11:33, I think it is, to West Kirby. From West Kirby to West Kirby. Looks like it's climbing a bit here. 7026 West Kirby. Let's get on it. Oh, these are great, aren't they? Look at the way the windows are lined up with the doors. You couldn't make this up, could you? Ridiculous. Right, let's get to Hoylake. Right, we're on the... what time is it supposed to be here? 11:33 from here, from Liverpool Lime Street to West Kirby. So let's see how this goes. We're almost to the end and we're going to walk into West Kirby. Right, we're at Birkenhead Park now, out of the tunnel section and on towards Linston and West Kirby.
The next station is Birkenhead North.
Just leaving Birkenhead Park now. Island platform. I say we're at the tunnel section. There's another tunnel coming up here, I think, actually. I don't think it's a long one though. No, it's not. It's a short one. A good video to watch on this area, the Liverpool network, is the Merseyrail route learner. It's really great, this positioning of the windows. Now there's that odd station that we didn't know how to say, but we thought it was Meols. It's actually pronounced Mells, according to the announcer. It's just kicked in. So we're approaching Mells now. If you think of the O as another L, that's how you say it. There's a Mells Cop on the Southport line, or Wigan Southport line, Mells Cop. So this is just plain Mells. Just leaving Mells, next one Manor Road. Looks fairly dry around here, I don't think it's rained here yet. So we might be lucky with the weather. We're not walking very far today though. Right, this is journey's end now for today, until we get to West Kirby. So this is Hoylake, and we're going to jump off here and walk down to West Kirby. The door's automatically open because there's nothing to press. Yeah, Hoylake. So if you've ever wondered where Hoylake is, it's on the West Kirby branch of the Wirral network. Right. Nearby, evidently. Oh, there's a conductor. Not many tickets though. So 507026, heading on to the last little bit to West Kirby. One there heading to Liverpool, and then back here of course later on. Right. Welcome to Hoylake. Never been here before. Well, I've been through it a couple of times, but not for some years. So you can see the sign behind me. I'll get it pointed right. Good grief, that's ridiculous, is that? Hoylake. Right, we can see that quite clearly. Why I couldn't just do that, it'd have been easier, wouldn't it? Right, let's find the you-know-what. Any toilets on here while we're at it or not? No, there isn't, is there? What about the opposite platform? Ah, there's some on the other side. So I think we'll make for that first. Yeah, I could do with a you-know-what. Let's just stop it momentarily. Right, we've just been to the toilet now, so we can begin our walk to West Kirby. So it's down here, to the left. A bit of an S-bend here. This is the level crossing, you can just see there.
There's no train due for a good 10 minutes or so, so I haven't got time to hang around too much. So anyway, we're heading this way now, and we're looking for George Road. You'll see why in the not too distant. I do a few Facebook lives as we go along. I will. It's a bit dark, isn't it? But I don't know. Hoylake golf course. Oh, there was somebody with some golfing equipment, wasn't there? Let's have a shufty. Yeah, Hoylake golf course. I'll lighten up your thing. It's a bit dark, is this? That's a bit better. Yeah. That was like a lad there about to tee off. Go on then. That's it, and over it goes there. Right. Let's walk down this way. Let's go live on Facebook. Right, I just walked from the left just there down here, and this is the way we're heading now. There's a left turn a little bit further up. I'm guessing it'll be past the hedge there. Ooh, a bit of a dip there. There looks to be a stile up ahead. I can hear the train in the distance. I can't see it though. Merseyrail electric service heading back into Liverpool. Probably the one we got off. Right, let's get to this hedge. We'll see. I know someone who would like to slop around in there. As I said earlier, it wouldn't be me though. It's a fair way to come to just do that. Oh, the battery level suddenly dropped like a stone. I had about an hour and a half, now it's down to just under an hour. Oh, well, to be a bit economical with it. Starting now. Right, we've walked from Hoylake to West Kirby now. We're almost here. Station is behind us. Oh, there's a bus. Station's just behind Lloyd's here now. So it's West Kirby 437. We don't want any buses. Right, it's starting to drizzle, so we better get onto the station and out of the potential downpour. We had West Kirby. Oh, they're announced as Liverpool Central here, aren't they? Not West Kirby, West Kirby. Right. Oh, we got here a bit quicker than I expected, actually. 2 platforms, I think that's all, isn't there? Let's see what unit we've got. Yes, I think this will be the one. 507019. Right, yeah, we have been here before. but it's a long time ago, 1994, 6th of August 1994 to be exact. And it's when I got home that day, on the 6th of August 1994, I discovered that my father's mother had died. That's my grandma, the only one I ever knew. So that was a sad event, but yeah, I didn't expect it at all. I've been out with a friend of mine who I no longer see, I haven't seen him for years, and we came to Liverpool, had a ride on the Merseyrail network, did virtually all of it, and finished with the Halton curve on with a class 31, I think it was, around the Llandudno junction to Liverpool service, and that went around Halton curve. Then we came back on a Transpennine, and I was delivered, some rather unfortunate sad news was delivered to me by my now late father. Right, we shall be getting on this one and heading to Birkenhead Hamilton Square, where we can change for the Chester service. So things are looking good so far. Let's get on it. Where should we sit? We sat on the right coming, so I suppose we'd better do the same going back. Right, here we'll do here. Right, back at Hoylake now. This is where we started our walk. Unfortunately the weather's not playing ball now. It's starting to rain. I think this is the worst possible seating arrangement on a train. I mean, just look at it across there. The window pillar is right slap bang in the middle of where the seats are. No tables. It's absolutely ridiculous. Not the best units at all, aren't these? But, you know, suburban trains and all that. All we're bothered about is not so much bums on seats, but bodies on trains. It's pretty crap, really.
Alright, mate. What's that?
Someone else. So anyway, let's go in. We're going to go to Hamilton Square on this one now and change there for the Chester Ellesmere Port service. So at the moment they are going to do Ellesmere Port, but we'll see. Okay, let's keep going. Right, look at Hamilton Square on that. They work West Kirby, don't they, ultimately?
Yeah,
it says Liverpool. I thought, oh, is it only got Liverpool? I thought it actually goes right round. It just confuses everyone.
It should be changed, it goes back to West Kirby.
Yeah. Right, sound. Right, we need to be over on the other side, so we'll go up here. Platform 2 now, don't we? 4 trains to Chester and Ellesmere Port. We're going to do Ellesmere Port hopefully anyway. Because it's separate, it's split here. The only trains to use platform 2 are trains to Chester and Ellesmere Port. Platform 3 is for the services to New Brighton and West Kirby. Right, 15:05, it's only a minute late. Now we got off over there and walked up there and over. So, yeah, there's a red light there, presumably because it's bi-directional. So we're heading down here. That track on the far side has all services heading that way. If you look on this a bit further up, you will see where it joins, because we're going over the top of the, I presume, down line. Look, it's down there now at a slightly lower level, because this rises up slightly and goes over the top of the line towards New Brighton and West Kirby. There's a small tunnel just wide enough for one track just a bit further up here. We saw this last time we were here some years ago, probably back in 1994. Yeah, platform 3 is down that way again, even lower down now, so that we got the extra height here to get So it's a non-conflicting junction. You can't just see it actually, but you know, we're going straight up. The line from the right there is from where we've just come in from West Kirby. So this is our next train now, 3-car set. It looks like it is just called Hamilton Square rather than Birkenhead Hamilton Square. But anyway, whatever it is, we're getting the next train. Now this is a train coming from either Chester or Ellesmere Port, and you can now see with the lights the trailing junction there with the line that we just used from West Kirby. Train's just crossing it now. So if I zoom out, zoom back it, zoom out. It's from, oh it just says Liverpool Central, doesn't it? You don't know where it's from actually. But wherever it goes back to, that'll be where it's come from. Our train shouldn't be very far away. (507,028). And they can run double sets on here sometimes. Ah, this looks like our train coming in now because there's a white light you can just see reflecting there. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good sign. It's getting brighter. It's already past the junction going this way, so yep, this is our next train now for Ellesmere Port. So let's grab our bags and get on it. Let's get in the front again, shall we? You will go here.
This train is for Ellesmere Port because the next station is Birkenhead Central.
Right, now we're slightly late. We're in 15:05 to Ellesmere Port. Is that anyway? Oh dear. So yeah, Ellesmere Port, then Houghton, and on to Chester, and then back there, Manchester, and well, we know we'll look it down again there. So yeah, that's the plan of action now.
Just leaving Little Sutton now. 2 more stops, and then Ellesmere Port. I should say 1 more stop and Ellesmere Port. Right, Ellesmere Port, then we'll see if we can get one to Helsby from there and then head back that way. Okay. Right, we're coming up to Ellesmere Port now. It's the track now. Look, the crossover is there. And that now is an unelectrified line which is only accessible from Helsby. Now, I know we're reversing here and going straight back, but I didn't want those kids thinking we're just whatever. So we'll nip off briefly. I think it's about 10 minutes yet before it goes back. We'll nip off briefly and see if we can find a toilet. And then we'll okay. Liverpool Central, that's it. Right. Oh, it is rather crap down there, isn't it? This, of course, is a through line to it goes through obviously to Helsby, but it's like a block in the middle. There's no, similar to Ormskirk and Kirby, but it's actually physically connected all the way through, whereas those two aren't. Anyway, we'll be going back on this one in a few minutes. We will. So let's just stop it momentarily. Right, now we got to Ellesmere Port and we're on the way back now to Houghton, so we knew there was no service that way. I just thought I'd try a bit hard to get there. But anyway, it's Houghton, then Chester, then we'll have a short break there, then go home via Manchester. Anyway, okay, so back on to Houghton now, just the next stop, so we're getting on there.
Next station is
Yeah, Houghton's next, and then we're off. Right, we're back at Houghton now, so we'll go straight through to Chester. one door's open. Sit. We're in the distance there. It's probably going back to Ellesmere Port, is that one? I think. It's not the Chester service anyway. Right, this is going on to back to Liverpool now, then eventually back here. Round the loop. Right, Houghton for Wirral Country Park. Now I wonder when they reversed them here, where they actually reversed in. Because this platform looks like it could be new. Because obviously there was Helsby via Houghton, Chester Helsby via Houghton when they reversed the services here. And I'm not so sure whether they actually reversed them in platform 2 or one across there. On that far platform, whatever that is, that platform 0? Hang on, if this is 3, 2 is there, then 1. What's the far platform? Let's have a look. Right, we've crossed over now to get the train to Chester. It's just coming in now, you can see it up there. If I zoom in, you can. Yeah, just. Anyway, this is platform 1, which is a reversal platform, and it is electrified, so they can terminate them here. I don't think, judging by the shine on the track, not a great deal uses it. Even less uses platform 0, which technically is platform 0, even though it actually doesn't have that on it. It seems odd, the platform that's attached to the main building of the station sees very few, if any, trains. It looks like some sidings up there for something to run round in possibly, but anyway, yes, an odd station is Houghton. In fact, I'm going to have a look at it on the National Rail Inquiry's website, see what it says about that. So platform 1 is this one for presumably reversing trains. Now I think actually when it's a diesel service and it reversed Chester to here to Houghton and on to Helsby, it used to reverse in that platform there, I would think. I might be wrong. Anyway, this is where we're going now. This is the main part of the station, platforms 2 and 3. 2 is for Chester and Ellesmere Port, which is what we're on now, and then 3 over there is for Liverpool. Oh, there's another one coming in from Chester, by the looks of it down there. So yes, it stops at Cape and Hurst and Beige, and then Chester. And then we shall get on the Arriva Trains Wales service later. So it's 507016 heading for Chester. So let's get on it. Right, just leaving Houghton now. You'll see the line curve away to Ellesmere Port and Helsby very shortly. That's the line to Ellesmere Port. Let's head for Chester now, and we'll get the Arriva Trains Wales there from Auckland to Manchester Kirby. Unless there's one out to crew real quickly, we'll just have to see. So we'll plan to go by Manchester, so that's what we'll do. Okay. Right, we've moved on to Chester now, and you can't just see the third rail network train that we were just on there, but if we move around here you'll see it. That's what we came on. Down there, that's third rail 507 heading back towards Liverpool, and we're going to get on this one now. We're going to go an hour early than what we planned. In fact, I'm tempted actually, that's one setting off to Crewe, which was a 1 minute connection, so there's not much chance of that. So, just get on this if we can. If we can get a decent seat. Shall we get on or not? I think we will. I think we'll get on. The question is where we're going to sit now, because it's pretty full, does this? Right, Frodsham. We have decided to leave Chester about an hour earlier. Well, not an hour, about exactly an hour earlier. And we're just in on a couple of stops to Frodsham to see what's here. So we'll see this train go, and then we'll have a little wander into town. Short tunnel down there, and then the Frodsham curve, Halton curve, is just beyond that, after the viaduct. Oh, the weather's come out nice again now. 175004, heading to Manchester Piccadilly. Rather full, that train. Right, I thought we'd have an hour here instead of Chester. Right, let's see what there is to see in Frodsham. Having never been here before. There's a Morrison's over there. I think it'll be closed now somehow. Have to go a bit sparing with the video now. We're down to 20 minutes of battery power. Oh, is it a red X station or a blue? Oh no, there's disabled access there and disabled access. Oh no, there isn't. Oh, down there. Might be down there, but not directly between the two platforms, is there? Still, doesn't matter to us. I tend to think Morrison's will be shut by now because it's well after 4. Yep, it is. Right, so we found that pub called the Helter Skelter. Have a drink. There isn't time to walk down to the River Weaver, the viaduct. Might that come again sometime, who knows. Right, this is the service to Chester from Frodsham. I'm not so sure what time it's supposed to be leaving here, but details are on screen, or were. It's 175111. It's not the one we're coming back on. It's not going to go to Chester and come back. Well, it will do, but it'll be an hour after we've left here. Guess I should have left Chester a few minutes ago. It would be going further west, of course, towards North Wales, Llandudno, Bangor, Holyhead or whatever, but there's engineering work west of Chester. The whole of the North Wales coast is completely shut today, and off it goes. Three-car set. I hope we get a 3-car set next one, but if we do. Right, our train should be here in a few minutes. Right, the sun's come out again now. Keeps going in, coming out, going in, coming out. Anyway, this is the way we're heading now, down towards, oh, is it up? I don't know, I think it's probably down this way. To Manchester Piccadilly, via Warrington Bank Quay in Earlestown, which will cross the River Dee just after the tunnels. And you might see that, if you're on this side anyway, you might see that curve to the Runcorn main line, the Halton curve, which will be reopened in the not too distant, I'm sure. Anyway, our train should be here very, very shortly. It's here. So yeah, 2-car set again. Could be rammed. Right, this is 175-006. So let's get on it. Right, so we're now in Frodsham and we're on the move again.
This train is for Manchester Piccadilly. The next stop is Buckhorn East.
Busier than the last one. Anyway, we're on the move. Right, we're on the River Dee Viaduct now. That's that over there. If we had more time we could have walked down here, but there wasn't. I think that's the A56 down there. Might be wrong though. Swing bridge. Or is it a lifting bridge? A56 over there. And there's a curve further west. That's the curve on the wrong side really, but that's the Halton curve. So anyway, let's keep going on to Manchester. Right, we're just in Earlestown briefly now. This is a triangular layout, as most of you I'm sure know. So we're almost rejoining our outward route now, just at the junction, just here. I think it is Earlestown West Junction.
Calling at the following principal stations: Newton Le Willows, Manchester Oxford Road, and Manchester Piccadilly.
Right, made it to Manchester Piccadilly. Sun is a bit difficult. Silhouetted now. Oh, sun's right in my frigging face. Anyway, we haven't just got off the train behind us. That is an East Midlands service to Peterborough, what should be a Norwich, but I think it's just going to Peterborough because of some engineering work, no doubt, east of Peterborough. So if I just twitch it round, the train we got off has disappeared into a siding down there because it was an Arriva Trains Wales service from Chester. This is 2156s, oddly enough, not 158s, heading to Peterborough, as I just said. I was assisting some passengers who wanted Newcastle and they got on this one because they're going to change at Sheffield. Oddly enough, it actually will save them about half an hour than waiting for the direct service from here. So that's how that's working. There's got F there. You might see an RA or a little R underneath it. RA or R. For right away. Or maybe not. Yes, you can just see that there. That's the right away. The guard or conductor doesn't need to actually give 2 on the bell when that lights up, he just goes. Unusual formation anyway, 2 156s. It's usually always 2 158s is this service. Right, let's hang around for our train.